Show.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Should You Play, the series where I talk about video games from the perspective of a busy lifestyle. Now, personally, I have a full-time job, a family, and little time to play video games, so I just sacrifice sleep to get my gaming sessions in. The question today is Mixtape worth it? Worth your time? And should you play it?
Oh shit, we're going.
First, what is Mixtape? Well, it's set in Northern California in the 1990s. Coming of age journey, or better yet, the last few moments of high school before you go off into the world and become an adult. Follow three teenagers, Stacy, Slater, Cassandra. They navigate the trials and tribulations of teenhood. You know, learning to kiss, rebelling against your parents, breaking the rules, social circles, and all that. They're also trying to plan one last party before Stacy leaves for New York. Through a series of dreamlike flashbacks and random mini games and skateboarding, you're reliving your childhood right along with them. First, let's just start about talking about what the game does right. If you're a fan of the stop motion art style and like all the Spider-Verse films, you'll instantly be drawn to this game. I am not, however. The gameplay to me just kind of felt slow and delayed, and I just wasn't a fan. Now, that's just my personal preference, but if you are into that style, then yes, it is a beautifully crafted game. The major thing, though, that I feel the game did very, very well is the soundtrack. The whole game centers around Stacy choosing songs that match their life or their events or all the flashbacks that happen throughout the game, and each song is carefully crafted for that specific reason. Honestly, music was actually really good. She takes the time to explain why, kind of give that monologue, of why the song matches the theme or matches the flashback or matches that event. And the music was actually really good. Just kind of listen to it and jamming out to it. I enjoyed it. The developers at Beethoven and Dinosaur and Annapurna Interactive really wanted to send you down memory lane. Tugging at your heartstrings and bringing up all the old childhood memories. I will say for the most part that it does land effectively well, but the whole game was just too cringe for me. Personally, I grew up playing sports, so I was very sports-minded. So the fact that they were kind of like, not necessarily anti-jock, but like not really into sports, and like sports aren't cool, and like what, like that didn't fly with me, and that was not my childhood at all. But I will also say that I'm not the target audience for this game, and that's fine, right? This game will appeal to some, won't appeal to everybody. I also have a feeling, though, that the majority of gamers in general just might not relate to the events that happen in Mixtape. They may be too young to truly experience things that happened in there, so therefore Mixtape will probably fall short because of that. Audience for this game really screams for gamers to be like in their 30s and 40s. I say that because, they lean pretty hard on the time period pain points. Rewinding a mixtape by hand with a pencil or photo booths or switching batteries out in your handhelds, and all those things. If you don't have those experiences, then you're not going to know why they're so nostalgic. And really this game kind of leans heavily into the nostalgia feel. And I say this game, very loose term, because it's not much of a game. It's more of just a movie that you're watching with a few cut scenes and a few quote unquote mini games. I actually need to talk about that. I need to give you my honest take. When I play a game, I want actual gameplay. There was very little to no actual gameplay in the game, like I was saying. Everything was either a cutscene or just very linear, scripted activities. If I wanted to watch a movie about coming-of-age tales, I'd watch Inside Out 2 with my kids, or The Sandlot. I mentioned earlier about the writing. There were times where the game got me nostalgic, I cracked a smile a couple times, but overall, I was just kind of bored with the game and not really into it. I was more playing it because I knew it was short. There were no impactful choices. Everything was scripted. There's no sense of failure. No matter what you did, it didn't matter, right? The outcome was already predetermined. You were just experiencing their lives in a 3-hour set piece. You could even run into a car with your skateboard, and you would just rewind time for 3 seconds and get to try it again. And you could keep doing that over and over again. Most of the time, You didn't even have to steer. The game would just auto-play for you through these linear events. The art style, like I said earlier, wasn't really my thing, so to me that was a negative. But in all fairness, it does fit with the game, and it is a beautiful artistic expression. And if you're into that kind of artistic expression, then you might love this game, right? You might love the art style of the game. Me personally, I didn't really care for it, so it didn't really strike a positive for me. But again, personal preference. If you like it, then that's going to be a positive for you, right? After I beat the game, which again only took like 3 hours to beat, I was honestly left with two thoughts. One, I'm glad I didn't buy it. Two, why was this game made? Purely for nostalgia bait. You don't actually play or do anything, you know? And I said that I'm glad I didn't buy it. I actually have Game Pass, so I just played it on Game Pass. But I didn't actually have to buy it. Right? The game is only $20. I think it's on sale for like $17 right now or something like that. But again, when I get done with the game, I want to know that the experience that I played, the experience that I had with the game was worth it, right? Did I spend my time effectively? And again, majority of the game, I was just going through the one or two button combinations that I needed to press and slowly walking around areas, right? There's a couple nostalgic pieces where I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like I smile at that, like, oh, yep, I get that. But all in all, if I didn't play the game, I would be okay. Back to our original question, though. Should you play Mixtape? The 31 chapters run you about 3 hours, so on a busy schedule, you could absolutely pop in the game and experience the different flashbacks and get to know our three main characters. But in my opinion, if you didn't play it, like I said earlier, and just watch maybe YouTube videos about the story or like recap videos, you wouldn't really be missing anything. Overall, I give it a just get Game Pass or wait for a sale when it drops under $10. Thank you for watching. Be sure to leave a comment below with your thoughts of the game, what you liked, what you didn't like. Also, let me know what any game you're interested in and maybe see it on the channel. Thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and see you in the next one.